Hey everyone, welcome back to the library. It's a new month, which means it's time for a new Teen Take and Make kit. It's National Game and Puzzle Month, so in honor of that, our kit is designed to give anyone interested a way to try out and get into Dungeons & Dragons. Let's take a look at the contents of the kit, and I'll go briefly over what each part is and how to put it to use. Inside the kit, you'll find a set of 7 dice, an introduction sheet that lists free resources, a character sheet and 3 pre-gen character sheets, a pencil, 8 wooden discs, and a sheet of NPCs that you can make into tokens. The tokens can be assembled with any sort of glue you have, though I recommend liquid glue and not glue sticks if you can avoid them. Tacky glue or wood glue works best, though those are a bit more specialized than standard school glue. Old-fashioned Elmer's works just fine. An easy way to make the tokens is to cut them out in squares that are slightly larger than the discs, then lay them on top of the discs. You can use the disc as a guide to cut the paper into a perfect fit, then use a good amount of glue to secure the image onto the disc. Just wipe off any excess glue. Give them about an hour to dry, then they should be ready to go. While they dry, it's a good time to look over which character you want to be. The kit comes with 3 pre-generated characters for quick access or to use as build templates for your custom character. Let's run over what you should do to generate your own character using the blank sheet. The first thing you'll do, if you follow along with the creation guide in the free basic rules document, is pick a race. The core races included in the basic rules are humans, elves, dwarves, and halflings, but there are more in the player's handbook if you have access to that. Once you choose, make sure to fill out your racial traits on your sheet. So let's look at building Brunner Battlehammer to see how it works. You'll find these steps in Chapter 1. It says Bob is sitting down to build a gruff mountain dwarf. He writes down Brunner's racial traits, including a 25-foot move speed and languages he knows. Additionally, he would make a note of Brunner's dark vision, stone cunning, and his attribute bonuses for being a mountain dwarf. Next, you'll choose a class. The basic rules options are Cleric, Fighter, Rogue, and Wizard. Brunner is a hale and hearty fighter, so Bob would choose the Fighter class. He would write down Brunner's Fighter class proficiencies, first level features from the level chart, and his first hit die. You'll also pick your skill proficiencies here, and if you're playing a caster class like Wizard or Cleric, you'll pick your spells too. Now comes the fun part, rolling your ability scores. There are a number of ways to generate these 6 numbers. One of the 2 options offered in the basic guide are to roll 4d6 and drop the lowest roll. For instance, if I rolled a 4, 5, 6, and a 1, I would drop the 1 and add up the other numbers, getting a 15 total for that roll. I do that 5 more times to get my 6 scores. You can also just use the array provided to generate a balanced character. However you do it, once you have your numbers, you decide which abilities to put them in. Remember to always put your highest score in your class's most important ability. Fighter, for example, relies on strength, so Bob would place his highest stat in strength, followed by constitution for more hit points. Once you have your scores placed and your racial bonuses applied, figure out what each ability's modifier is. Just remember that a modifier of 0 starts at 10 and increases or decreases by 1 for every 2 points above or below 10. So Brunner's strength score of 15 gives him a +2 modifier in strength. The basic rules document goes into more detail if you want to look at it closer. Don't forget to fill out your character's basic information at this point. This information goes in the fields at the top right corner of the first page. Your next step is to choose equipment. Each class comes with a few basic packages you choose from to get your starting gear. You can also buy gear using gold from the equipment list instead if you so desire. The rules document can walk you through this part in more detail. Once you have your gear, make sure to fill out their attack stats and armor class, or AC, provided. Now you're ready to play. Grab a friend or 2 and get rolling. Don't forget that you'll need a DM to dictate the game world and its storyline. You can take on this role and still play as a player character too, if no one wants to take on a dedicated DM role. Just remember to be careful not to let your character take the lead or give away secrets. If you can't find anyone to play with or have any other D&D questions, we have a Dungeons & Dragons group that meets every Tuesday at 4:30 here at the library. We'd love to clarify any role questions you're curious about, and if you want to play, just bring your new character by and we'll add you into the party. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good gaming, and we'll see you next time.